Okay, we're about to get started. Just a note, I've got everyone muted. At the end, you can unmute, of course, and if we have a little discussion at 9. And right now, you may be on gallery view, which is seeing a little bit of everybody. You can go on speaker view, and that would put me on your bigger screen, and then you can change back to gallery view to see everyone else if we're chatting. I think that's about it. I had to make a decision between using the computer or using the iPad, and I ended up doing the computer again because I can't record to the iPad. So we'll see how that goes, okay? Welcome, everyone. So just taking a nice, comfortable seat. Just really comfortable. You can even be in a chair right now if that would appeal to you. Just releasing your neck for a minute, any small tension, relax your shoulders. Maybe do a few circles just around your body. And then soften into your seat. Bottom, legs, feet, everything soft. Hands, palms facing up in receiving mode. Just settling into the body, to the breath. Without changing it, beginning to notice the breath. Are you breathing in your belly, in your chest? What's moving in your thoracic cavity, in your belly? What's moving? Asking yourself, what do you need from today's practice? What do you need personally? Usually the first thing that pops into your mind. And then letting that thought for a moment spread out throughout your body. And then recapture it and just hold it in your heart space. Bringing the hands into the heart, Anjali Mudra. Being grateful. Being grateful for a moment for the practices that we share together. Being grateful for each other. Being grateful that the sun came up. Taking a few moments to practice gratitude. What are you grateful for? And then letting those thoughts fill every cell of your body. Gratitude. And then collecting those thoughts and letting them slip down into your heart space. I'll chant one Om. The beginning, the end, everything in between. The sound of creation. Join me at home. And then on your next inhale breath, letting your eyes flutter open, let your hands just rest for a moment on your legs. And again, noticing your breath. Chest, belly, just find it in your body. We're going to intentionally move the breath down into the belly region for a moment. We want to move it into there to activate our parasympathetic nervous system, our system that allows us to calm down, to be more aware of our surroundings and not in that fight and flight. So putting your hands on your belly for just a minute, get them right around your belly button. And then just notice, is that moving when you take breath or not? And we're going to use our abdominal muscles and we're going to move those abdominal muscles on purpose to help us exhale the breath out, pull the belly back to the spine, use those muscles, and then release the muscles and let the breath come in. And again, exhale, pull the belly back to the spine, use your abdominal muscles. Release the muscles, let the breath come in. 3 more times. Exhale, belly to spine. Release, inhale. Exhale, belly to spine. Release, breath comes in. Last time, belly to spine. Close your eyes for just a moment. Be with that exhale. Pull it all the way out, all the way out, all the way out. Let your belly go and in. Sit with it. Notice now where your breath goes. Letting your eyes flutter open on an inhale. And then beginning some circles, just circling ourselves around our pelvic basket. Just making some nice big circles. Feel yourself lean toward the pubic bone, over to a sit bone, back toward the tailbone, over to the other side. Just all over the pelvic basket. The next time you get to the front, we'll go back in the other direction. One more, all the way around. We're opening up our hips here as we take the upper body over it. Just keep it off. And now with a nice tall spine, hands out to the side, just touching the floor for a moment. And if you don't touch the floor, just place a block or a pillow or anything underneath your hands. Make contact, pressing your hands fully into the floor or the block or wherever you can press them. Good. Nice and tall spine. See with your inhale if you can grow a little bit taller. And as you exhale, relax into the body, into the breath. Inhaling, growing a little taller. Fill out the low ribs, back ribs, and exhale, rest. Now keeping your left hand on the floor, I'm going to mirror you. Our right arm beginning to reach up. Make an airplane. Just find a nice line that makes a full line right out. And then flip the palm of your upper arm and then reach it over, bringing the top of the arm close to your ear. Good. And then this movement is going to happen from our left elbow. We're going to slowly begin to bend the left elbow, spreading the space between the ribs, going only as far as is comfortable. When you get to your stopping place, hold and breathe. And then see if your body will let you go a little bit deeper. Just a little. And then on your next exhale breath, begin to push the floor away, coming all the way back up, arms out, shoulder height. Good. And then just release. Let go of both arms. Soft arms, soft shoulders. Soft jaw. See if you can lift your jaw. And then placing the right hand on the floor, lifting the left arm, just making an airplane first. Nice stretch, press the floor away from you, getting really long in the arms and the shoulder girdle. And then flip the palm close to you, and then come all the way over. Nice line of energy. And then we're going to engage the right elbow slowly as we begin to open up the whole of the left side. Breathing, getting to your stopping place, making sure that your sit bones are both on the floor. If it rolled up a little, just push up a little. Reconnect it and wait. We're waiting about 15, 18 seconds to see if the breath lets us in a little. So just hold peacefully. And then see if you can go a little bit deeper, just a little smidgen. And then on your next exhale, we're going to press the floor away, come up, let both arms float out shoulder height, and then bending at the elbow again. Just bringing the arms into bodice. Good, breathe. Just holding this for a moment. A few breaths. And then slowly, as if we were pressing against water, begin to bring the elbows and the hands close together, wrapping the shoulder blades around the back. And then open. That was a cat on the roof, if you heard that big bang. Sorry. Go back as far as is comfortable. Shoulder blades may kiss in the back. And then wrap the shoulders around as you bring the arms together with resistance. And then back. Good. And then just releasing the arms down to the body. Let your hands rest. And then we're going to work for just a moment with the neck because we hold so much tension here when we're really at a computer or at our phone or anything. So we're going to work very gently with the neck. So for just a moment, take your chin out over your left shoulder without doing any other move. Just taking the chin over the left shoulder. Keep the rest of the body stable. Breathe. And then taking the index finger of your left hand, just place it on the outside of your chin. And then take your chin a little bit further with your hand, just a tiny bit further, then release the hand back to the leg. Breathe. And on your next exhale, bring your head back to neutral. And then inhale, take it back again and see if it can go further than it went on its own. Good. Bring it back to neutral. And now taking the chin out over the right shoulder. Take it out. It may be less or more than the other side. No judging. And then using your right index finger just on the outside of your jaw, press it a little bit deeper. And then let the hand go back to the leg. And on your next exhale, bring the face, chin, everything back into neutral. And then go again, one more time, and see if it goes further on its own. So that's engaging our brain along with the tightness that happens with us. So as you bring it back to the center, a little bit of a head wobble, just letting your head wobble gently. And then dropping the head toward the chest. Very gently, just a little tiny tuck of the chin into the chest. And we're going to enlist our hands again. So not using your neck muscles to come up, placing a hand on your forehead and pressing your head back into neutral. And now we're going to take both hands and create a cradle for our neck. I'm going to put my thumbs right in my trapezius and support my neck completely, and then gaze up. So you can just let your neck lie over your hands. And because you have it lying over your hands, you can let go a little bit. And then if you let go, re-engage, just come out a little bit till you feel your muscles re-engage. And then with engagement, bring your chin back into neutral. Good, and then release the hands. And again, a little wobble, a little bit more of a wobble. Great. Excellent. Okay. So then just over to the side, ear to the side one time, ear to the side. And then you're going to take your mouth and your nose a little bit up. Mouth and nose. Bring them back into neutral, right toward me. And then all the way. Good. And then the right ear down toward the shoulder. Don't lift the shoulder. Make sure the shoulder is relaxed completely. Just the neck doing the movement. And then moving mouth and nose, looking up. Keep the shoulders soft. And coming back into neutral. Good. So we've done a lot about our shoulders and our upper body. For just a moment before we go, let's just use a little bit about our legs. So just holding on to your left leg and making some circles. The whole leg, you can hold the knee and everything too if you'd like, so you don't torque your knee. Maybe go in the other direction. Good. Just working the acetabulum. You can go back and forth a little bit, making sure the head of the femur is secure and lubricated before we begin our practice. Good. And then just let that leg rest, tuck it in or however it's most comfortable. And then the other leg. Just some big circles. You can go in one direction, then the other. And then back and forth a little. Good. And then we're going to come up onto all fours. And just finding this pose of table. Table pose, Chatushpadasana, four-legged pose. Make sure your knees are hanging out of your hips, not too far to the side, not too close together. So finding stability there. Hands, wrists are underneath your shoulders. Elbows are stacked on top, slight bend in the elbows, not hyperextended, not locked. As we inhale, begin to look forward and curl the tailbone from the back of the head toward the tailbone. And as you exhale, begin to arch in the opposite direction, tucking the chin into the chest, tailbone moving down toward the floor, and then inhale, coming back. Exhaling and inhaling, keeping your shoulder girdle stable. On this next breath, let's add our feet. So as we inhale, we'll curl the toes under, gaze up. And as we exhale, we'll arch and press the tops of the feet into the floor. Inhale, curl the toes, shoulders are stable. Exhale, press the feet into the top of the floor. Again, inhale. And exhale. Good. One more time. Inhaling. And exhale. Now you're going to bring the knees apart and the toes to touch in the back. You're going to press your hips back towards your heels, resting in a wide-legged child's pose. You can make a little pillow with your arms, or some of you will place your forehead on the floor, whatever is most comfortable. Letting the spine be in traction for a moment. Soften completely. And on your next inhale, begin to gaze out past your hands, past your fingers. Just walk your hands back, get your hands underneath your shoulders, and then use your arms to push up, not your low back. Draw the knees back together, and then we're going to slide ourselves off down onto the floor for a moment. First, coming into Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose, elbows right underneath the shoulders, hands right in front, the crease of the wrist and the crease of the elbow in the same direction. So comfortable for a moment. Now for just a moment, relax your buttocks. Just soften your heels out to the side, relax your body. Just for a moment. Gazing forward. On your next exhale, pull the belly into the spine. And as you inhale, keep the belly engaged, breathe into the chest. Again, exhale, belly stays engaged. Inhale into the chest region. See if you've tightened your bottom, and if you have, let it go again. Good. And then wing the elbows out to the side. Begin to lay yourself down, one rib at a time. Sweep the hands back behind you and rest on one cheek. Just letting go. Shoulders are soft, heels are soft, rocked out to the side. And then bring your forehead to touch. Engage the tops of the feet on the floor. The knees will lift as the thighs engage. Pull the belly into the spine. Notice the ribs on the floor. And then slowly begin to peel off forehead and shoulders. And exhale, lower. 4 breaths. Inhale, peel off forehead. Shoulders come up, hands are heavy. Exhale. Inhale. Lifting and exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Rest your cheek on the other side, shoulders, heels, everything relaxing. Good. And then re-engage, tops of the feet, forehead or chin to touch. And this time we're going to use the bottom part of the body. So as I exhale, I'm going to lift my legs a tiny bit and inhale, relax. Exhale, lift a tiny bit. Inhale, relax. Exhale, lift. Upper body stay stable. Relax. Lift. And relax. Good. Rest your heels out to the side, shoulders, rest on one cheek. Breathe. Take the breath into your back ribs. Feel the compression against the mat. Relax your belly for a moment. And then begin again to wrap muscle to bone, engaging the feet, tops of the feet, pressing into the floor, belly lifts, chin or chest, chin or forehead to the floor. And this time as we come up into this full alligator, you can lift your arms, legs, head. Exhale. Let the breath move you. Wait until you begin your inhale and lift. And as you exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. At the very end of that lower, can you relax for just a second before you re-engage? Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Surrender. Inhale, lift. Hold. And exhale, lower. Resting on the other cheek. Shoulders soft, heels rocked out to the side, everything soft. And then gently bringing our hands underneath our shoulders. Re-engage the feet, curl them under, press into the feet. And we're going to come up first onto our knees, pressing through a sort of long table. Then we're going to go into mountain pose, which is often called downward facing dog. For Babaji, it's mountain. So lifting the hips, and first let's just make a little hill. Okay, just a tiny little hill. So just kind of have a little hill going on here. And bend your knees deeply and try to get a diagonal line from your fingertips to your sit bones. So you may feel like you're resting your ribs on your thighs, and if you do, that's fine. Breathing, looking for that diagonal line, pressing into the floor. You're welcome to come down to your knees at any time and take what is often called puppy pose rather than dog pose. But if you're up in mountain, then begin to come up onto the tippy toes, tippy toes, tippy toes, and then begin to lower the heels toward the floor, keeping that diagonal line from the middle finger up to each sit bone. Make sure you cannot see your heels on either side of the foot. This is a weight-bearing pose, excellent for us that need to build bone. One more breath. And then on your next inhale, come briefly into plank. And then drop to the knees. Good. Walk your hands back for a moment and come up. Good. So from here for just a moment, we're going to do what we call often camel prep. We're not going to go into a full camel. The only thing we're going to do is realize that we have this space here on our thighs and that our back bend, just like when we were on the floor and lifting, is going to come from our thoracic spine. Nothing else. We're going to take it out, okay? So we're going to inhale to go back. So you have something against which to rest. Hold for a moment and exhale. Come forward. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Don't thrust your thighs forward. No hips thrusting forward. And exhale. Inhale. Fill your lungs. We have something upon which to lie down. And exhale. Good. And then take your bottom towards your heels. Good. Just breathing. A little bit of pressure, toe balance. You could come all the way up if you'd like. You're welcome to come up into a full toe balance. For some of us, this is plenty of pressure on our toes. So whichever you'd like. Breathe. Come back to the breath. Smooth it out. Good, and then come again up onto the knees. We're going to move into a lunge. We're going to take our right leg forward. So just lunging onto the right. Make sure that your right knee is over your right ankle and your left leg is supported. So that you feel support right here. You're welcome to use blocks if you have them. A couple of blocks might feel good on either side of your foot here or onto the floor. So wherever you are is perfect. Find a place for yourself. The back psoas muscle here gets its extension. Then we're going to bring both hands to the right knee, making sure we keep that knee right over the ankle. And again, we're going to build into our back bend. So let's take the hands down to the side. We're going to drag them up, Marilyn Monroe style. Just drag them up and show your sternum to the ceiling. Bringing our hands gently into the heart. Taking your gaze and your sternum back into neutral as you place your hands again on your leg. Breathe. And then taking your left hand down to the floor, you can also put it on a block. We're going to do a little twist to the right. So on a block or straight ahead, reaching your right arm out in front of you, and then take the right arm down. Begin to circle the arm around and go with it for a little twist. Do not rock out your right knee. Keep your right knee stacked over the ankle. And then cartwheel the arm the rest of the way over. Stabilize. You have your blocks, just keep them close by. And then we're going to step back. Just a little lengthening of the right leg. Back with the hips. And then walk your hands back so you can bring yourself back into kneeling. Nice and tall. Pubic bone, tailbone headed down evenly. So you can really see that your pubic bone and tailbone are headed down evenly. Not thrusting back, not thrusting forward. Good. Lots of balance. And now we're going to step our left foot forward into a lunge. Carefully place the ankle over the knee. See if you need blocks to be comfortable here. Wherever you are, hips are squared. Knee over ankle. Feel that little bit of extension that's happening in your back right psoas at the groin. And then we're going to bring our hands to the top of the left knee. Good. So coming up again. Just gazing forward. And then releasing our arms, getting ready to take that back bend in our sternum, nowhere else. We're just building on what we already have. Good. Dragging the arms up, Marilyn Monroe style, showing your sternum to the ceiling. Breathing. Gently bringing the hands into the heart. And then coming out of the back bend. Nice and slow. And replace your hands for just a moment. And then we're going to do our twist. So you can put the block underneath your right hand. Hand is right underneath the shoulder. Or you can go to the floor, whichever is most comfortable for you. Don't let your knee move. Reaching your left arm out in front. Sweep the arm down and begin to open to the left. Keep the knee right over the ankle. It has a tendency to head out to the side, pull it back. Press into the hand on the floor of the block, get long. And then cartwheel the arm the rest of the way over. Remove the block and step back to knee. Good. And coming up again, keeping stability in this area. One more camel prep. Still not going into camel. If it's part of your practice and you feel sufficiently warmed up, please feel free to take a nice big camel here. But most of us are going into prep. Plenty of back bending because it's stimulating and joy building. I think right now we really need joy. So nice and stable. This time we're going to take our hands back behind us, interlace the fingers, and just with your shoulders, roll them forward and up. Get your neck out of it and back. Keep your neck out of it and down. Start showing your sternum again. And this time you may take your chin up. Don't lose your head. Don't let go. Shoulder blades may touch in the back, and you may recognize yourself in an upside down bridge pose. Chin to chest. Release the arms. And one more time, sit on your heels. Nice and tall. Resting your dominant hand on top for a minute, thumbs to gently touch. You can come off your knees if you'd like a full toe balance. Good, and then release, and release everything. So come off your knees. We're going to just stand for a moment. Just drape yourself down like a rag doll. Let your head go, chin is soft, everything's soft, arms are soft wherever they happen to be. Knees are gently bent, no tension in the low back. And then gently bring your hands to above the knees, glue your elbows back to your ribs, and then slowly begin to gaze forward. As if you were seated in a chair, arms to the side, out to the front, sorry. And then come all the way up, arms overhead. And hands to the heart. Good. So I know you're going to lose part of me for a minute. We're just going to do tree pose. We want to do a really simple tree. And we have lots of trees out there. I don't know if you can see any of them. But very gently, I'll do it with you this time. Soft knees, soft body. Begin to peel up the right heel. Externally rotate the right leg. And begin to lift through the left quad. Knee is soft on the left side. Relax your arms. And then deciding, hands to namaskar, arms overhead, or arms just like they are. You decide. And then slowly you can pull your heel in to above the ankle with a kickstand. You can place the heel on the calf, just never on the knee. Or you can use your hand and help it up. Finding a tree. Finding stability. Check in with your breath and smooth it out. And then release. Release everything, replace the foot. And then slowly bend the knees, get soft first, so we're not building any tension. Begin to peel off the left heel. Externally rotate the left leg. Hips are even toward the front. Nothing moved in the whole hip girdle. Just externally rotated the left leg. Then begin to straighten the right knee using and engaging the quadricep. Knee stays soft. Arms can be relaxed. Namaskar or overhead. You decide. Finding a drishti, a gazing spot, bringing your foot in wherever you'd like it. One side may be different than the other. Love both sides of your body. And then slowly begin to release the pose, replacing the foot on the floor, closing your eyes and standing still for 5 gentle breaths. Belly soft, pelvic floor soft, shoulders soft, jaw soft. And then slowly we're going to make our way into a nice big squat. So wherever you may like your squat, and you're welcome to take a block and have a seat on it. So wherever it's most comfortable, returning our Apanavayu to its abode. Nice comfy squat. Breathe. We'll add a little bit of a twist. So begin to open out to the right side, nice and open. And come back, hands into under. And then open to the left. Open, open, open heart, open mind. And release back into under. One more time to either side. You might want to take a bind here. It's totally up to you. Open, open, open heart. And back into neutral. And other side. Last twist. And back. Good. And slowly making our way down to the floor. Stretching the legs out into Dandasana, staff pose. You may want to move the flesh off of your bottom. And again, sitting with dominant hand on top, the thumbs gently touching. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Legs are engaged. And then release your legs. Release your arms. Grab into your thighs. Give them a little bit of a massage. Reach down all the way through into the 4th quad, hiding underneath the middle one. Just reaching onto both sides of the body. Good. And then tucking your right foot into the groin, right heel. And if your knee is up, put a block or a bolster or a pillow or something underneath it. Good. And then arms are going to lift up. Lift, lift, lift. And then slowly we're going to undulate 3 times. Forward the foot, come back. Exhale, forward the foot. Inhale back. Exhale, toward the foot. Inhale back. Stay nice and tall. Lift your arms all the way up. And this time, as you exhale, go wherever you are. Hands can touch any part of your leg. But once you get there, tuck your chin into your chest and round your upper spine. Janu Shirshasana, knee to crown of the head pose. So find an energetic relationship, knee to the crown of the head. Feel the chin up, gaze past your foot, all the way up, relax, press through that heel. And this time we're bringing the left heel into the groin, And again, one side may be different. If you need a little help on that side, just put a block or anything underneath it. Good. Take the arms up overhead. 3 undulations, and the 4th time we'll stop. So exhale. And exhale. In. Exhale. In. Exhale. Wherever you get, you're going to stop, and you can put your hands anywhere along the leg, knee, shin, foot, anywhere you are. And then on your next exhale, pull the belly to the spine and curl the chin into the chest. Find a relationship between the crown of your head and your knee. Energetic relationship. Breathe. And then gazing slowly out past your foot, begin to come up, all the way up. Good. We're going to press both legs out for just a moment. And in a second, we're going to lie onto the floor. So just watch first so you don't have to be looking from lying. So I'm going to lie down, and you're going to get a choice of your inversion. So we did camel, a modified camel, which I said was bridge upside down. Bridge is an inversion. So you're welcome to come into your bridge pose right here. And if you're stable, you're welcome to try one leg at a time while you're there. Just decide. You're also welcome to take your block, use this inversion, Viparit Karani Mudra, putting the block underneath your sacrum, nice and solid. Draw the knees in, legs up, and then relax the legs. So the legs are soft once they're up. So either bridge pose or Viparit Karani Mudra as your inversion. So come on down nice and slowly and decide which is your inversion today. If you're on your menstrual cycle, no inversion, bottom on the floor, completely on the floor, and legs up. Resting completely. If you have another inversion of preference, shoulder stand, headstand, feel free to take it right now. And then we'll slowly make our way out of inversion. If you're in Viparit, just dropping your knees in a little bit. If you have the block under, putting one foot and the next foot, lift off the block, take it out of the way. So slowly bringing yourself out of your inversion. I would like for you to take a psoas release. It is not a twist. I want you to be really sure that this is not a twist. Move your feet out to the mat width, all the way to both sides. And then you're going to very slowly drop your knees and arch your back. Drop your knees over to the left, arch your back, look back toward your right hand. Whole right hip comes off the floor and the right psoas extends. Come back to the center. Other side. Drop the knees over to the right. Open up, arch your back, look over towards your left hand, arch, and come back to it. Our next pose is Shavasana, so see if you'd like to do that one more time before Shavasana, or if you were so ready for Shavasana. So finding a space, be sure you don't feel trapped by your mat. Think about becoming a starfish rather than a log. Your arms should be anywhere below your heart. Use your breath. As you exhale, surrender. As you inhale, energy to every cell of the body, washing your body with your breath. And then slowing the breath down, letting it become soft and subtle and just enough to sustain you. This little taste of death every time we do Shavasana. Surrender. And as my dogs begin to take us out of Shavasana, your ears came online first. Wiggle your nose. Move your tongue in your mouth. Roll your eyes in the sockets. Beginning to move fingers and toes, all 5 senses online. Begin to bend your knees, put your feet on the floor, shake out your bottom a little bit, and then shake your bottom over to one side to be able to rock on to the other side, curled up in embryo pose for just a moment. That little taste of death, followed by new beginnings, new possibilities in embryo. We have our whole day ahead of us, and we choose how we'll spend it. Begin to press the floor away gently. Spiral yourself up. Find a comfortable seat. Any seat. We're going to meditate on cat fight because I can tell when it's going to happen because I took all the cats out of the room and the neighbor cat is now bothering me, so I can hear it all happen. So we're going to just meditate, period. Okay. So let's put our hands, I want us to form earth and water, kapha, solidity, building blocks. We need these strong building blocks right now to keep ourselves stable and in the earth, grounded down. So we're going to start with water. So tip of the thumb to the tip of the baby finger, pinky finger. The other fingers are just opening. Relax them on your legs. Just a minute or so, just let go. Sounds and noises, just let go. Cats, dogs, birds, children, whatever is in your background. Focus on your breath. This is when it gets hard. Focus on your breath. Remember the belly breath, bringing on your sympathetic, parasympathetic system, the one that's your rest and digest, parasympathetic. Maybe taking a few soft belly breaths. And then moving into earth, just switching from the little finger to the ring finger with the thumb. So tip of the ring finger to the tip of the thumb. Earth element. Breathing. Find your belly breath. And then slowly bringing all the fingers together, just letting the fingers rest in your lap. Just resting completely, letting the goddess support. Breath in the belly. Soft, just enough to sustain. Bringing the hands gently into the heart on the chilling wind. Any merit we may have earned this morning in our practice, we lift it up to the welfare of all sentient, especially remembering everyone around us now, keeping them in our thoughts and our mind, holding them dear. And remembering your intention. Pick it up, bring it back into your mind, contemplate it for a moment, repeat it 3 times to yourself. And then symbolically letting that thought slip down into your heart space and from your heart space out into the palms of your hands. And then just lift it up and let it go off into the universe. Just letting go. Intention, offering, everything. Just that. Bringing the hands gently back. Hari Om. So I hope some of you are in a place where you can just continue in this. Maybe just go off right now and continue with another longer Shavasana. Just helping yourself to love yourself and relax, be in this space. But we're on for another 15 minutes. So feel free to unmute yourself and make any comments or ask any questions about the practice or what we did. You can ask me if I'm going to let the cats come in tomorrow morning. Yes, I will. Will I tell the construction workers one more time they can't come until 9? Yes, I will. So sorry about all of those sorts of difficulties, but feel free to come in and ask a question of our colleagues, of our group together. It's so nice to see so many of you so beautifully there and present this morning. I don't even know how many we have. We have a full, probably there's 50 of us right now. Maybe there's 75. It's quite amazing. I'm so touched, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad we have these practices. This can help us share with other people some stability, some breathing, some just providing an example of being grounded throughout our day. Remembering your belly breath, remembering those moments of sinking deep in and just loving yourself completely. I see a chat. I'm going to move to the shade because it's too hard to see from there. I have sun on me, which is good for me but now I need sun off of me. Let me get my mouse, which seems to have stopped working. There it is. Okay, the chat. Oh, that's so beautiful. Rajiv can chant during something if we could like him. I would love that. We'll work that in tomorrow. Okay. Yes. Anybody, anything? I'm here for you. Me and my cats and my dog, my dogs. You're so welcome, Martha. Everybody's welcome. You all are welcome. You don't have to thank me. You just have to be there. Just being there in the morning is like plenty. As you share your peace of mind with other people, you will be thanking me every time you do that. Oh, it's so nice to see all these names and these people and these faces. And I know that some of you are students of my students, and I'm so grateful that they shared and that you came and that you're here and can share this practice with us. And hopefully you'll be able to share it with your family and your friends. And if you don't share the practice, maybe they're not into asana or pranayama or meditation, you can share your own stability, which is an amazing miracle. We start at 8, but I'm in Guatemala, so that's mountain time in the United States of America right now because you guys sprang forward. So it's just 1 hour ahead of California, the same as mountain time, unless you live somewhere where they don't do the spring forward thing. We're the same, the same as the mountain range. At 3 p.m. in Paris. So it's 14 at the GMT. Yeah, Rajiv is coming to us from Paris, where he is isolated because he seems to have the virus. He and his friend. So blessings to them, and thank God they're staying home, and thank God we all have home to stay in. Thank God we all have a home to stay in. Yes. So I have a little sweet altar over here. I don't know if you can see it, if I can put it in there, but it's got my Virgin Mary, it's got the Mayan goddess, it's got Jesus, it's got Ganesh, it's got Babaji, It's got everything. So everything, everybody, anything is welcome here. Absolutely anything is welcome here. We would normally be practicing outside, which is here, but it's too cold in the morning right now. I'll show you the altar out there. There are two of the kitty cats. There's one. There's another one. He's very mad at me. But here's the normal altar. And so this is our normal practice space. But it's too cold. There goes the cat. So, any questions, anything? Let's see. Oh, the window was bright today. Okay, good. Thank you, Shara, because I can't really tell that. For sound issues, I'm going to come back over here. Everything is bright here. That's the problem. Although it's not a problem, it's really good because COVID doesn't like it. Yes, I can do it outside on a warmer day, but it would have to be later in the day because it's really good. And I can move somewhere else inside. I have another place that I can go. So we may try that tomorrow as well. It may be a little bit easier to do it in the dining room where I can clear out as much space and just do it there. Yeah.
Right. Will this class be held every day this week in the morning?
It is. It's held every day this week, and I probably will do it every day this month, honestly. But I'm hoping that those of us at Yoga Antigua will also offer other classes during the day, and we're going to meet this week and decide what else people can offer. One of our teachers has 2 little girls at home every day, and of course no school, and so that's a little hard. But we're gonna see what we can offer. I hope that one of our teachers will offer a kids yoga class so that some of the parents who have kids at home every day and just don't know what to do with them about 3 in the afternoon can at least let them have a yoga class. So, but as soon as we get another schedule of other free classes, then I'll let you know. Yeah. And also I know that some of our teachers really depend upon the income. So I'm not sure if they can also offer free classes, but to try and at least make something available to people, I think that'll be great. Mine are free. Free is good.
We really appreciate it. If we can support everybody in a certain way, we would be happy.
Yeah, you are so welcome. So welcome. And I think it's a great support for each other. I think it's a really good support for each other. Thank you, Antonia. Yes.
Thank you, Ginger.
It starts at 7 in California. Sorry, I'm sorry, your teacher, I said mountain time. Your teacher may have thought mountains are in California, and I'm so sorry. So tomorrow morning, it's 7 o'clock mountain time, and no, 7 o'clock California, 8 o'clock mountain, 9 o'clock central, and 10 a.m. on the East Coast. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad, Antonia. Yeah, I'm gonna, Olivia, I'm gonna try and think about putting some afternoon classes in. There's nothing else that we can do for the next few days. So why not just do yoga a few times a day, right? There's not a whole lot of new things we can do. Yes, Sabrina, I'm sorry, the class is over. I'm so sorry. Sama, I'm so sorry. Caitlin, so sorry. Yes, I'm sorry, tell your teacher that it is 8 o'clock where I am, and that's Guatemala, so that's mountain time. I'm a California girl. I live in California when I'm not here, but this is my home. So yes. So yes, all to the wonderful Californians who just joined, the class is over. I'm so sorry you missed it. So tomorrow, and please let your instructor know, because it's 8 a.m. mountain time. Okay, 8 to 9.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Feel free to go off whenever you're ready. No problem. Great. I hope to see those of you tomorrow who weren't able to come today. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Oh, I'm just seeing more names as it gets smaller. There were 3 screenfuls, which means 75 people joined class today. 75 people joined class today. Is that not amazing?
Sure is. Everybody needs yoga right now.
We all need yoga. We all need it. We all need that union. We all need that uniting. We all need to feel the support of each other and the Sangha that we can create. Absolutely.
Kamalesh, can I say real quick?
Yes.
I see Andrea and Patty and Lori and Samuel was here and so many people from Mount Madonna. It's lovely to see, and I'm just happy to see everyone, and as spread out as we are, and in this time that we can be together is a fabulous thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe there's going to be some good that comes of this, just this union that we feel. And even though we're all on our devices separately now, maybe we can learn to be on our devices together. How amazing is that? Yes, Rajiv, Satsang worldwide. We've got him coming in from Paris, and we have people coming from everywhere. I can see, I know, it's like amazing. I'm so touched. Yes, yes. Anybody can talk after this Zoom. Oh no, that's Julia, my dear Julia, who's one of the teachers with me. Yes, we can absolutely talk. And if this goes off, we can WhatsApp. Yeah. Oh, many of you are Fresno State students. Oh, how wonderful. Wow. So did you know Charles? Charles was a great inspiration to me from Fresno Yoga. He was such a wonderful, wonderful person, and I loved him dearly. He was a great yogi. He just passed this last year at 96. I'm so glad so many people are feeling the love. This is great. Any questions? Any questions about the practice? How do you feel? Does your back feel good? I really wanted to do heart opening. I mean, we were all kind of tucking down and going in because there's all this fear, and rightfully so. But we need to open up, blossom up, feel our power. This is just one lifetime, right? This is just one. We've done this before. We've got this. I saw somebody posted on my page today something about the hippies, where the hippies had to go to war. We have to stay home. We've got this. So if they can go to war, we can stay home, right? We've got this. Oh, good. You have Nicole. Nicole was a Mount Madonna person too, as an instructor. Fabulous. Oh, good. Excellent. Wonderful. So nice to just see everybody.
Do we know how many people can fit? Is it unlimited?
100, and I can upgrade my Zoom, but you have to have 10 people to upgrade. I have to have 10 of us in a business to upgrade. And it's only $5 more a month, but I have to have 10 of us that want to actually do $20 a month. There have to be 10 people, and then you can get 300 in a classroom. But today we had 75. So what I will do, of course, if we see that this week we're getting full, I will do a second class. Yeah, I won't shut anybody out. We will make it work. As Babaji said, we will make it work.
I imagine, Ginger, that you could possibly contact Zoom as well and just say, hey, I've had a surprise how many people are taking my classes from all over the world. Maybe while this is going on, you want to make that large capacity donated. I'm not charging for my classes.
Yeah, okay. That's a great idea, Rajiv. I'll try that. Oh, I'm so glad, Samyukta. I'm so glad. Okay, good. I'm so sorry you injured your sartorius yesterday. That sounds terrible. Is anyone else having audio issues? Ask Cassandra. Everybody else kind of okay? I had a full 10 gigas this morning. I came down and I checked my speed test on my router before I get started, and I had all my 10 gigas and I had my 1 giga of upload, and my thing was behaving beautifully. There may be a day where it's not behaving beautifully, but today it was happy. Nobody else having any audio issues. So maybe Cassandra, just play with your, maybe also get a speaker to put with your computer and run it through the speaker rather than just through the computer itself. Sometimes that's helpful. As you're starting to sign off, I so appreciate your being here, and I'm so glad that you have come to class, and message me if there's anything in particular you'd love for us to do in class, or anything that you think would really make class, like Rajiv just offering to chant. If there's anything that you'd really like to have in class, let me know, and we can work around it. Also, as we start at Yoga Antigua to think about some other classes, it's nice to know what people would really love to have.
Hey Ginger, this is Juliet. I have a question.
Oh my goodness.
I just saw
She was one of my first students down here in Guatemala. Oh my God. She lives in Visalia too, Susan. Nayana, she lives in Visalia.
I just saw this on Facebook like 5 minutes ago, and I raced to get dressed and come into my studio, and then it occurred to me, maybe are you in Antigua? So so I'm coming in at the end of it.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to clarify, because I'm going to share this with some other
Yeah,
friends.
it's 7 to 8 California time. 8
Okay,
to
good. Okay.
Yeah.
I was actually supposed to be in Guatemala next week. Obviously, I had to cancel, but
Really? Yeah.
this is so exciting. I mean, I commented on Facebook, this is the first class I'll take with you in 20 years.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing?
Thank you so much for doing this. It's awesome. And I really, I often reflect, the reason I know how to do yoga so well is because I learned when you were learning to be a teacher, and you were so devoted to teaching us about all of the postures in the way that you were learning it as a teacher in training. And it's just been a phenomenal gift to have for 20 years.
Thank you, Juliet. Thank you. That is so sweet. It's so nice to see you. Yeah. So for those of you in Guatemala, we have a complete shutdown. All the borders are closed in and out. Everything's closed, and there's no public transportation. There's no nothing can be. My restaurant is closed. Yeah. And hopefully we are proactive and are going to flatten the curve, because here we have so many indigenous people in villages that don't have access to water, cannot daily wash their hands, cannot hourly wash their hands, maybe daily. We have if it were to spread into the poorer communities, it would be almost impossible. So our president is fabulous. Thank God we got rid of the clown and have a doctor, Giamatti, who really understands disease as well as how to run a country. And he's been an iron fist and is really being proactive. And I think we're all really grateful to him for being so definitive about really trying to stop the curve. We have 6 cases yesterday. We'll see how many we have today. Yeah. And then they came in on a flight. So nice to see you guys. Wow. Hi, Lori. Wow. When there were three of you, it was just impossible. Andrea, is that you up there? You're muted.
Hello.
Hi.
How's
Wow.
it going?
That's amazing. It's so great to just see all these people. I am so impressed just by, well, I'm impressed that we all love yoga enough that we want to do it on a computer. And I'm so, I can't tell you how glad I am that I have a big voice and can project, because this is, it has its technical challenges, let me tell you. I have to decide between you seeing my body and seeing my head if I want to try to record the class. And I'm not even sure if it really recorded. We'll see after the fact if that happened. It didn't yesterday, even though I had asked it to record. Because I thought for some people it would be good just to save these and you can pull it out and do it when you want, you know, but we'll see. Wow, Diane, Yvette. Yvette, where are you from? There's an Yvette that I'm not sure who that is. Patty Carlson, wow. This is like old home week in so many ways. This is so nice, wow. I'm so glad, and I hope you'll all be here all week long, and tell friends, tell students, and like Rajiv said, I'll try to get in touch with, I'll try to call Zoom. I mean, I know that they've got, thank God for Zoom. Thank God for Zoom. Yesterday, I tried to, Skype with someone. I've forgotten how bad Skype is because Zoom has been so good. Yes, it's the same meeting code every day, the whole time. It's the same code every single day. You just come right into the same classroom. Yeah. I just set it up as a reoccurring event. Okay, people, as you're signing off, have a great day. Go well in the world. Support your friends and your loved ones. Find a good book to read.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Wow. Okay, Nayana, are you there? Susan? She's there, but she's not there. Yes.
I am here. I just was having trouble unmuting.
Oh, that's okay.
Thank you so much.
I want you to meet Juliette because she lives in
for doing this. Love you.
Love you, sweetheart. Do you see Juliette? Do you see her? Nayana? I'm going to put you in touch with her, Juliette, because she has taught at Mount Madonna and been teaching now for years and is an Ayurvedic yoga therapist. So.
Is she in Visalia?
Yes.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Yes. Yes.
That's fantastic. Totally unrelated to this, I would like to talk to you about something else very, very timely, but it's probably a better one-on-one conversation.
Yeah, I know Julia wants to talk. Julia, should I call you?
I'm leaving. Thank you so much. Love you.
You're welcome. Love you, sweetheart. Love you. Okay. Julia, can I talk to Juliette for just a sec?
Sure. Do you want me to leave?
I don't know. Juliette?
Oh, no, it's fine. I see the sun is coming in through my, the sun is coming in. Let me change my location because the sun's coming in through the window. So just give me 1 second.
Teacher, why don't you call me when you're
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna take great. Yes, Amber, this is the class, but it started, Amber, Yvette, and Lisette, if you guys are from Fresno, it's California time, it's 7 to 8. In California time, it's 7 to 8. So you missed today's class and we'll look for you tomorrow. Okay, we would love to have you tomorrow. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna take them off. Oh, great. Thank you, Amber. Okay. Thank you so much. No problem, Lisette. No problem at all. Tomorrow we wait for you at 7 your time. Okay. It's 8 to 9 Guatemalan time, 7 to 8 California time. So if you guys can check out, that'll be great. It's because I'm going to have a conversation with one student who's left. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Okay, Juliet, we still have one person, but I'm sure it's fine.
So good to see you. What a
You
treat.
You too. Yeah, great.
So a funny thing happened last week. Last year, I have worked for many years with Rotary whenever I need to get projects funded and just in my regular work. And then last year, well, for the last few years, I've been raising a lot of money in our annual fundraiser by donating silent auction items because my fiance is in the sports world, so he can get these amazing sports packages.
Uh-huh.
So part of my understanding with them is that I kind of get to direct a percentage of that, around $5,000, to the charity of my preference. And so I felt this inspiration last week to reach out to Namaste Direct because this money's been sitting there. And I just said, hey, would you guys like this $5,000?
Wow.
And then interestingly, they were putting together a global grant, which means they're pooling a lot of pledges from other Rotary clubs, and then the Rotary Foundation will match it like dollar for dollar. So that's all going well. Hopefully the board here was going to meet on that tonight. So hopefully that'll be a $10,000 direct, it'll pass through
Wow.
Namaste Direct. And I know you're on the board, right?
Yeah. I love that. I love the whole concept.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. So my question for you is either related to that or anything else. I mean, is there anything that you really think is a need in Guatemala that I can help support, at this time? Like, is there anything that pops into your head, or if something comes in to your awareness over the next weeks, just let me know.
You know who really needs some help right now is Nancy McGear's photo kids, the kids in the dump. A lot of them live in places where they have no access to water or anything, She changed the name of it, from Kids Out of the Dump a long time ago to Photo Kids. And Nancy McGear is the director of that. She started it. She has a board and everything. But her kids are kind of freaking out right now, and rightfully so, So the three places that I consistently support are, of course, Namaste, because I give them every single month, but also Photo Kids and Nancy McGear, MCGIRR is the head of it. And then Wings. Wings is Sue Patterson's group. And that still, even though it is so tried and true, and it helps so many women, and in that degree, it helps so many children because their moms stop having so many babies. It's like, still, I don't know. I don't think it's not like she's got plenty of money and doesn't need any, right? Because more and more people keep coming, thank God. So those are the three that I give to every single year.
And then, of course, I have my own little private, everybody will talk about Café Condesa, and I said, it's my private nonprofit. I have 66 employees right now on vacation.
Wow. Yeah, that is,
Yeah, because we don't have anything like unemployment. We don't have anything like, we don't have anything. So I'm just hoping I can make it through 2 payrolls and not break the bank completely. So, yeah.
well, I support you, Ginger. It's a lot.
Yeah. It's all I can do is hope that it unites us all as a country here, and with the leadership of this president, who really has impressed all of us with his definitive action and his level of education and his ability to explain things. And I mean, it's kind of like an Obama, and just everything is so clear that you really understand it, whether you like it or not. But he's really clear, and yeah, and he's keeping us on their daily updates. Hold on, there's a chat. Maria, I see you just joined us. No problem about being confused. All of you at Fresno, I want you to please come back tomorrow. It starts at 7 your time. I'm sorry it's so early, but you can pull yourself out of bed for a really fun yoga class. Come 5 minutes early maybe, because today we had 75 people. And I right now have capacity for 100, and if it gets past that, I have to beg for Zoom for more.
I am so sorry. They just told looking at
Don't worry.
the email, it was at 8.
I think she forgot that I was in Guatemala. I think she just forgot that I'm living in Guatemala, and I am in Guatemala. I was supposed to come back to California. I had a yoga teacher's training this week, but I couldn't fly out. So I'm in Guatemala now until May 20th at the earliest.
Whoa. Okay, so it's gonna be at 7. Okay, perfect.
Okay, 7 to 8, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maria.
Forget about that.
Ciao.
You said the borders are completely closed now. It was just Europe last week, right?
No,
Flights
it's completely closed. Although
Okay.
the last flight that came into the country was Tuesday of, no, what is today? Maybe it was yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. The very last airplane that could come in or leave was yesterday. No airplanes. Borders are closed. The only person who can come is a Guatemalan national or a permanent resident, like somebody like me. But you have to go direct to quarantine. You cannot go to your home.
Oh, well, this makes me feel less conflicted about canceling my flight.
No, you can't come. You can't come. Borders are closed until March 31st. It will be reassessed in 1 week.
Yeah, well, that's really smart.
Yeah.
So the organization with the kids, I don't know that organization. I know Camino Seguro, but it doesn't.
They're also really good, but Photo Kids Nancy started the project probably 25, 30 years ago. She was a photojournalist in Salvador during the stuff. And so she literally went down into the dumps in Guatemala City, and she ran it there for many years, and she still runs it. That's where it is, but she lives now in Antigua and has for like the last 20-something years. But she went to the dumps and went with cameras and got photographers to come and teach the kids how to photograph. And they've done all of these amazing shows and everything. But and her students are now the teachers. So you have to just go on their Facebook page, just look for Photo Kids Guatemala, I think, and also her webpage. But I'll find the website and send it to you. Let me make sure I have let me exit full screen and make sure I have your contact. Oh, let me put it in my phone. Hold on. Okay. Let me see if I still have you in here from anything. Yep, Juliet de Campos. Okay, so I'm gonna edit. All right, so what's your phone?
559
Mm-hmm.
799
Mm-hmm.
2226.
Okay. And your email, I have Juliette de Campos at Hotmail.
Yeah, I use more Gmail now, so it's juliet.decampos@gmail.
The de Campos is together in this one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Hotmail address still exists. It's just the platform is really clunky.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So now I've got you. And do you do WhatsApp?
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll come up with my phone number.
All right. So I'm sending you my phone number. And I still have my same Hotmail address. That's the one I use for personal correspondence. Everything else is Gmail or Mount Madonna or something like that. But my personal one is still gahooven@hotmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so I just sent you that. So you've got that. Good. Bueno. I'll send you the link to Nancy's website, and then I'll try to think if there's anything else that I know of immediate need that might be more standing out that's not like this consistent need that we have all the time. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Are you familiar with the work of that guy? The organization is, I think it's called Pasión Marte.
No.
He does, so I went and visited his project about a year ago. I can't remember, it wasn't a place that I'm familiar with in Guatemala. It was probably an hour and a half from Antigua. But he's a doctor who, I'll send you the link to his stuff. And I'm curious to know what your feeling is from the local well, just from your perspective.
Okay. Okay.
He actually, so he's a doctor. I would put him in his mid-30s, and he is addressing human trafficking through nutrition, right? So he identified the 10 places of the highest malnutrition in Guatemala, or highest malnutrition, but he's specifically looking at the correlation between malnutrition and poverty and trafficking. And we went and visited, he's got a school, so he opened this school and took in his first year about 300 kids. Some of them walk several hours to get there, and they're tiny, but one of the interesting things about him is he grew up apparently in abject poverty, and he had a sponsorship from a Christian organization, I think, for his entire education through medical school. And his first project coming out of medical school is he worked on the dump for 7 years or something, and from that started this school. And it's very interesting because they incorporate everything.
I'd love for you to give me his contact. Yeah, I'd love that.
I mean, they do, he's really got it all going on. And I think a number of the embassies are investing in him because they would like to replicate what he's doing in their own countries. They've got psychological services for the mothers and workforce training, entrepreneurial training. They are giving away stove kits and, I mean, just like kind of everything that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Addressed under one roof.
Well, I'd love to know of another small group too. So please send me his contact information. I have to actually go.